Hey, welcome back to Vice Grip Garage. I'm here at Bristol Motor Speedway, Thunder Valley itself, for one of the most action-packed weekends in motorsports in recent history. We've got the nitrous-powered Crown Vics. I'm going to be racing number 1776 right there for 100 laps around historic Bristol. Then we've got the Stadium Super Trucks. I'm going to be racing number 52, the Peak Auto truck there. And we've got independent Chevelle out of course for the Rivals Burnout competition. This is going to be a fantastic weekend, and of course, I'm taking you along with. Jessica and Haley have been setting up merchandise up here inside of Bristol, and they've been at this for hours here, and it takes a lot of work to pull this off actually, and that doesn't include all the behind the scenes stuff. It's about a month for us to design, print, pack, label, organize, box up, and then get it to here. So we really appreciate you guys that are willing to spend your hard-earned money and show some support and wear some Vice Grip Garage merchandise. We absolutely love it and appreciate it. Check this place out. This place is going to be awfully busy starting tomorrow. We're here on Friday just getting things set up. There's independents hanging out. There's going to be a pit party. We're going to have all the cars lined up down here, and everybody can come down and meet all their YouTubers or favorite drivers or whoever it may be. We'll also have a little tent set up down there. If you guys want to grab a signature or something like that, I always try to make myself available, so that's going to be going on down there. Got the Burnout pit, and then the super trucks, the stadium trucks, are going to go around turn 1 and 2 this way, hairpin turn back down pit road, and then they're going to cut across the middle here and end up over there. Pretty wild. This is such a beautiful stadium. It's incredible. Reminds me of like a Greek Colosseum or something like that, to be honest. So it's actually Friday. We snuck in a day early to not only set up our merchandise booth, get a lay of the land, get the Chevelle down into the infield, but we're also going to be painting up the old Crown Vic race car a little bit early because our Saturday and Sunday is much busier than typical because we've added the Stadium Super Trucks to the schedule, and a guy just, well, I ain't got a wristwatch. It says I got some sort of draft band. I think this means I need adult supervision at all times. That's fine. We've got some beautiful cars out here. Red, gray, silver, tans, blues, full wraps, and then here's mine. We've got some really cool numbers on it this time. Appreciate those guys hooking me up. I think they figured out kind of the schemes that a guy likes, but I'm gonna switch it up just a little bit right now. I've got my buddy Chad with me. He's going to be helping me out, but we got to get this painted quick so it's dry and ready for tomorrow. Chad's been wiping this bad unit down for me. We've gotten in a hurry the last couple times. They've been so dirty and stuff, the paint doesn't really stick. When you try to pull tape off, it just rips everything off. Look at this rig though. She's been around the block, but no major damage other than, you know, we're missing door panels and all of the electronics, and they rolled the windows down for me because these were up. Also, the steering shaft is bent, so it steers really weird. See how the steering wheel is kind of sideways, but it's an 03. It's got a 327 rear end. I don't know, 199,000 miles or something like that. It's perfect. This is exactly what I needed. What we're going to be doing this time is a flag scheme, of course, but we're going to keep the black front, do the white stars, and then we're going to do black bars. And I got something else we're going to be adding to this, and I'm going to keep it a little bit of a secret right now. That sticker looks great. As a reminder, all of them are running the same nittos. All of them have the same 50 shot of nitrous, same amount of nitrous in the trunk. You can use the button whenever you want. It's right here. When you press the button, this light will shine, letting fans, whether you're in person or watching, know when a guy is on the old juice lighters there. I think my Monte Carlo inspired these. We actually had Ty, who's standing right there, help me weld up the Monte Carlo spoiler when we were on sick week, and then that following race, boom, aluminum spoilers. Got some new drivers this time. Larry Chen, he came in just full on entire car wrap. Of course, we got Cletus, Kevin, Boosted Boys, Teats and Turbos, Jack Stand. But we've got a lot of new faces this time. We've got Millennial Farmer somewhere down there. He's a dirt track guy. Hunt the Front, they're dirt track guys, both of which have raced at Bristol and been very successful. We've got Haley Diggin, Brian Diggin, who's won the last two and is leading the points in the little circuit thing we're doing. But these are all the cars right here. Most of these folks are going to be back tomorrow decorating, but we wanted to get a head start on it if we could. Gotta move the seat back for me a little bit. Yep, check, good. Yep, seems fine enough. And sure, I think I'm missing a door handle. That'll work. Yeah, check. All this is good. Was an actual police unit. You could tell by the rusted hole in the ceiling here. That's where the light bar went. And then you got the circulator light right here with the wire hanging out of the doo-dippy. I wish I still had this. You can kind of blind drivers a little bit, you know. But because Bristol has a 97-degree bank turn, it's like a Coliseum looking down. They even threw numbers up on the roof this time, which is slick, but now I got to tape all this off. This one actually plugged a hole for the rain, so that's good, and this one. Chad's starting on the back numbers. He's gonna tape all that off, and then we'll start laying out some stripuses here. Got the roof about done. That was a bugger. Got this. We just really need to get roughly the black shape because the white's gonna, you know, blend in. Tail lips. I think we're gonna bring this around to white as well, and then we'll leave the blinky. Chad's over here starting on the other numbers. They are something else. John from Motion Raceworks, you know, remember John from El Toro and stuff, his boy. They're getting me a stick with numbers on it so we can try to measure. We're trying to use lattes and cold snacks and spray cans to kind of space out the numbers, and we realized Egyptians figured out a way to actually measure precisely. So we're throwing it back old school and trying to actually measure that. This front is going to be easy. Got some vinyl stickers. They're stars we're going to be putting up here. Of course, you got to have stars. We've got 20 of them, but it's a little bit different this year. I'm absolutely blessed to have the opportunity to be doing these events, and I wanted to basically take the opportunity to do something fun and raise some money to give back to charity. So this year, we're going to be doing something with the car here to do that. We've got 20 vinyl stickers. I put them up in the store. Folks can basically give a donation. We're going to put that sticker on their behalf and write their name on it. And we're going to be announcing those here a little bit later in the video. And whatever dollar amount we raise there, Jessica and I are going to be matching that. And we're going to be sending 100% of those proceeds to the First Responders Children's Foundation, which benefits children where sadly their parents did not return. They're first responders, EMS, paramedic, firefighter, police, even border patrol, things of that nature. And that is going to be our theme here. You're going to see in a little bit. I'm going to be adding a blue stripe and a red stripe to this vehicle as well. I sincerely appreciate all of you folks out there that are in that service and do the things that you do. It takes an awful lot of courage. And I just wanted to show my support, as I do with our military and veterans. And this is just a way that we can use the vehicle and use the event to give back a little bit. So we're looking forward to doing that. They got the tape measures, sticks and markers and everything out now. I better check in. Let me get some coffee and check in a little bit there. There's going to be a processes here if we're going to pull this off, because this needs stripes on it, but it also needs to be white. So I think I'm going to do this white first, and then let that dry until the tape basically pulls that paint off. And that's when we'll tape it up for the stripes to continue down the roof there. Still got one more to put up. This is all going white, like I said. Then we'll probably start working on the sides. I don't know. The good thing is we don't have to mess with the front, and it's actually a little too shiny. It's kind of scary, actually. This one, the reason the paint is so nice it was jumped or wrecked because the actual steering rod or the arm is bent. So I mean, this front suspension was like here, give or take. So we got new panels, which is great, and some weight reduction, missing a blinker and a head lip over here. Might take that grill out, haven't decided yet. Overheating could be a thing here at the Bristol Motor Speedway. Guy's got 4 cans of white into this puppy. I just working on it. Yeah, I know, right? That one's looking pretty bad. Also, my face definitely tastes like paint, but we'll ignore that. Yeah, right? So, added a little gray hair, and he's over here taping. And I'm gonna let that dry a scooch, then just tickle it with one more, then we gotta let it dry. But finish the stripes up, black. I'll probably just leave all of this white, to be honest. And then we'll probably just do like black, white, black, or maybe the reverse. If we do a black stripe down the middle, it would be a lot less tape and paint. If this is white here, yeah, I maybe could get a black stripe right here, and then it's white, and then black down the center, and then white. That would save us a bunch. We'll just try to plan on that. Gotta let my hand dry here before I hit the buttons on this digital filmmaking machine. Great. Doop, 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 boop, 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 boop. Well, we kind of painted ourselves into a parking lot or a corner, whichever you prefer, I guess. We can't do much more until this dries. I can't do anything up here until the black stripes I just laid down dry. So I think we're gonna call it an evening. It's getting a little bit late anyway. We wanna go spend some time with the family, try to throw the feet up for about 27 minutes, get 3.5 hours of sleep, come back here and finish this. Basically, we're gonna have the black stripes coming all the way down. We wanna be able to run a tape line straight as we can down, and this is wet, so we can't do that. But it's looking good. The white really matches. Nope, not even close. But if you close one eye and squint the other, sprayed right over the cobwebs back here. But listen, a lot of people pay extra for the custom web airbrushings and whatnot. I don't know, I got a pretty good feeling about this rig for some reason. Maybe because it's so old and beaten. Oldest car in the whole field. They're wiring in cameras in a few cars. Look at this. If you are ever curious, all this stuff here, Moses sandals. I don't even know what I'm looking at. It's like Apollo 13 in there. I think this car, Cletus's car, I heard a rumor maybe Matt's car, probably Brian Deegan's because he wins every race. But you're gonna get some better in-car feeds, so that's pretty cool. So if you watch the video, the Stadium Super Truck video with Matt for Demolition Ranch, we have a gentleman's bet going. If I beat him in the Stadium trucks day 1, I get to paint whatever I want on his roof, and vice versa. Well, we're gonna go ahead and just make our reservation now, because we're definitely gonna beat him. We're running some tape up here, and we're gonna write something like reserved for Vice Grip Garage, just so he doesn't go to painting it tomorrow or Sunday morning. By the way, Matt, this is like baby poo green. What do you got going on here? I don't know. Matching belts, that's cute, and window net. There we go. I mean, it's subtle, you can't really tell it's there, but I think he'll get the idea to just leave this open. Well, that's gonna do it for tonight. We'll see you bright and early tomorrow when we roll these things out to the midway and get ready to run them.
All that break.
Definitely doing a wheelie. Wow.
We're not getting out there, buddy.
For hours before the event starts. Look at this. Very cool. Moses sandals. First time seeing the rig in person. Looking good. Pretty slick. Very nice. So we're gonna ride around right now, kind of check out the course. Haven't really seen it today, been so busy. You see a bunch of jumps, so that'll be interesting.
Jump there.
This is that single file turn, you know, if you guys are going to come through.
Where's the white line they were talking about?
So the white line,
it's on the ground?
It's on the ground, but we're going to put
It's got to be like 50 feet back, right?
Yeah,
for a brake zone. Okay. So there's a jump there. Come straight down.
The barrels you do not want to touch.
These are a 5-position penalty if you hit that barrel.
Yeah, there. Here's your jump. The buses are not moving. Are you single file right after these jumps? Pretty much you need to start coming down single file. They're going to set cones in here pretty much where they land. Okay. So they're going to establish that where you land.
Here's the jump. Here's the start finish.
Right here, right before the actual paint.
SST trucks are going to be lining them up back here in a little bit. The rest of them that are missing are currently out there in the crowd. That's where my truck's sitting as well. I'm going to go back, meet some of you folks. Man, that's a lot of fun. 3:30, I got to get Independence and move Independence over here onto the inside. Then I need to sprint back here, get suited up, because we're going to qualify at 4. And basically how qualifying is working, there's 3 groups of trucks. I'm in the second group. We're going to run like 3 or 4 practicey type laps. They don't count essentially, they're still going to be all in pretty much. And then 2 wide open laps. They pick the best of the 2, and that's where you're qualified. But keep in mind it's an inverted field. So if I qualify last, for example, which is probably likely, I actually start on the pole position for the race later tonight, which, okay, sure. Then you just play a bunch of defense, I guess. But this is a blast. I just, once again, without speech. Huge crowd. We're not even officially going yet. It's incredible. Thank you guys. All of you guys that showed up or got a ticket or just all the support through emails and the social webs. Really appreciate you guys. I almost just fell off the scooter. Look at this. Incredible. Some say motorsports are dying. I beg to differ.
You can go up on volume.
I'm headed over to the Stadium Super Trucks. Got to get in. It's a new seat, new harness. Got to get snugged in real quick. We're going to start at just after 4. I am in the second group, and I'm running. I can't remember all their names, but I know Max is in my group, so I'm going to try to tuck in behind him if I can and just hang on. You know what I mean? All right, guys. You know the deal. We're going to have to start with. I don't know where to hang them. Maybe right here. There we go. Now we're ready. So I got Mad Max himself. By the way, you're racing for the championship, aren't you?
Yeah.
Sweet. So I had to come over and adjust my brake bias for me because I don't know what I'm doing. What does this do for me?
So basically you're putting bias to the rear and the front to determine how fast you're braking or how much down your truck goes. And it pretty much deflects on your brake fade. And I have it set 4 turns to the rear, so he can turn it 1 full turn back to the rear about halfway through the race, so that way he doesn't just plow. He has some more brake towards the end.
Awesome. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. Good luck out there, man.
Thank you.
Everyone's getting suited up, getting tucked in. Matt's fun. Look at the suit, by the way. Dang old sheriff.
You know it.
Got the badge and everything. Hey, good.
Pass me, just so you know. Got the gun here.
Oh, man.
Don't mess with me.
Wow. Good luck out there, man.
You too. Good luck. Stay safe.
Well, practice and qualifying is over. Don't know the standings yet. I didn't run a in-truck cam because it was in the way of my seat. I got to try to reconfigure that real quick for you guys. What a wild track. I mean, you're going around turns 3 and 4 wide open in these things, and it is just, it probably doesn't look like it on the televisions, but you're fighting these things to keep it going. I actually think I'm probably picking up a little bit of speed. I'm probably better out there on the oval, you know, obviously. Than this. It's actually a pretty technical track. Starting to learn on this inside jump here. I gotta not flip it so hard, try to bring the front down sooner so I can brake into these corners. But lots of room for improvement, obviously, but I'm having a blast. Update you guys as soon as I know qualifying and where we're running. All the trucks are parked away. The mechanics are getting at them, checking everything over, making sure everything's good. Truck's fine. Got just a little tiny, not, you can't even hardly see it, just a little tire mark there when Max came ripping around me. Man, he's quick. So I did not qualify last. I think I know where I can improve.
It sounds like you're going to charge.
Mr. Robbie Gordon.
The diesels are having a tough time today. Robbie Gordon down here showing off. Can he make the turn? I don't think he can make the turn.
Can he make the turn, folks? You think he's got it? Oh, he's doing a U-turn. We got the man sitting in the fundraiser machine waiting for Jason Barlow. All right, and then in the final, the Chevelle 007 James Marshall and Salvation Noise.
Well, getting all suited in here. They're gonna grid us, and we're gonna do a start from a stop. And I guess we're gonna do one whole lap around the entire oval. It's gonna be some crazy speeds. And then we're gonna be going back into the regular track. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Good, thank you. Well guys, here we go. First race, we gotta try to be clean, try to be smart, not fast, that's the thing. And I just want to finish. I'll be happy with that. Well, we finished. That was the goal. Boy, I got pinned in there a couple times, nowhere to go. Literally just sitting, watching trucks come by. My front end, I haven't even looked at it yet, but I was hooked into Robbie, I think. Really good. I'm in reverse. He's trying to go forward. We were locked. A couple of really, really wild drivers out there. I'm not going to name names, but carnage, lots of damage. But finished nonetheless. Absolute blast. Well, I think everyone really turned it up when it came time to race, because qualifying was not like that. I'll tell you that much. But I'm going to climb out of the car, get some waters, and you know, snap into a Slim Jim or something. And then I got to crawl right back into Independent Chevelle here. We're going to pull that out. It should be fueled, tires on, ready to rock. We're going to go out and do a very, very good show, hopefully, in the Burnout competition. So here's my damage. I got pushed into Robbie, and then we just got hung up there and, well, pretty much watched everybody pass. These guys are going to take a look at the truck for me. I don't have first gear, takes off in second, and even if you pull it down in the first, there's no first. So that's why out of these corners, like these digs, I don't have any acceleration. These guys are pulling from me, like around this corner, back there. It's just bogging out in second. So they're gonna try to get that fixed up for me, but man, what a blast. What a blast. Switching modes, getting into the Chevelle here. We got blue and red tires on. We got 5 gallons of E90 ethanol. Got my gear, hood's off, nice cool day.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Try to keep her nice and cool.
we got Garza, the flying tire frying chalupa.
Oh, here we go.
In the Taco Bell Beyond. Garza, let's see what you got.
Hey guys, it's way too loud to try to explain what happened. I'm gonna call it a night. Bright and early tomorrow morning, we'll get a status update on the Chevelle. I'll fill you in. I'll let you know how we did in the competition and everything like that. See you bright and early tomorrow. Well, bright and early the next morning, same exact spot. Official results for the stadium super trucks are in. A guy got 9th place. I'm okay with that. We got wadded up in that one hairpin, and then next hairpin I immediately got spun by Heavy D, so we were last. The guy clawed his way to the front. Beat Matt, which is good for my bet I made with him, the gentleman's bet. And also Cletus, he had a flat tire, but hey, still placed in front of him. I'll take it. Let's talk about the Chevelle. Well, the good news is, engine's great. We only had one fan and it still only got, I was a little less than 190, I think. I was nervous about that. Transmission's in great shape. Somehow the 10 bolt is still hanging in there. Basically the chassis is completely perfect, other than that one fan, which is not that big of a deal. They're about like 60 bucks for a motor, give or take. But the body is, she's had it. I'll show you what's going on here. So on my tip in, I hit the same corner again. And now that it's moved a couple times, it's so flimsy. I can literally just put my foot on it and push it over. And that, of course, shifted this side way over. And I hit the wall right here as well on this side. You guys will see the sparks flying. And that didn't help either, because it kind of put a crease in here for this to kick over. The issue here, guys, is there's no body mounts left in this car. It is so severely rotted. Literally, the roll cage, these down bars in the back, is what's holding the back of this body on. I have, I think, one body mount here, one on each front, and then the rad ones are brand new when we did the clip. But from here back, it's just so severely rotted. There's nothing holding the body on. And for reference, there's the center of the frame. So when I hit the wall, the rear of the body just easily just kicks over. One of the issues that's compounding this whole situation here is the bumpers on these Chevelles don't actually attach to the frame. In fact, there's the frame right here. There's where a body mount should be. The bumper actually attaches to the body. So that little tap I did right here takes all that inertia and spreads it across the whole rear, and this ends up getting the bulk of it over there. It's just, you know, I don't know. Now I know a lot of you want to see quarters on the Chevelle, and I do too. But here's the issue. We try to put quarters on this car. I can't weld to the roof skin. We're gonna need a roof skin. Then in the rear here, I'm gonna need an inner fender well, nothing to weld to. I'm gonna need an outer fender well, nothing to weld to there. I'm gonna need a trunk pan. Well, the trunk pan isn't gonna weld to the floor. The floor isn't gonna weld to the rockers. So we're basically on a full body off at that point, and it needs every single panel. And I can do that, but my fear is we're gonna blow the car apart, and there it's gonna sit in 1,000 pieces again, not getting used. So I'm really, really torn here. I'm definitely gonna straighten it back out. That's easy. Kevin's done it before. I'm gonna do the same thing. But I'm almost thinking it's time to just retire this body. I'm just spitballing here with you fellers. Maybe we take the chassis, the drivetrain, go find another Chevelle, boop, leave this one be. You know, it means a lot to me. This car it's done a lot. And just try to, you know, it's done us good. You know what I mean? I don't know. You guys let me know. Bleep bloop it down there in the comments. By the way, quiet morning here in Bristol. I guess there's not a lot of early risers out there. These kids, they just stay up late, hooping and hollering. There's rubber shrapnel everywhere. The SST guys are over there hard at it. I see a body swap going on and a bunch of stuff. I'm gonna check that out a little bit later. Car got moved to the infield here. Got a stripe up the roof. I'm gonna work on that. Chad's working on the side here. We're gonna do a black stripe kind of in the center so we can keep the white around this basically. But we gotta get this done quick because the gates open soon and people are already early piling in. Well, I think we got her painted up. We're gonna start ripping the tape off. There's the red and the blue. Looking pretty good. Lots of runs, but you know, she's a 59 footer. Looking pretty clean. Everything's still wet, but we're way behind schedule. So we're just gonna start pulling tape off here. Got some folks out here. Awesome place. Hi guys. Pretty cool. So we're gonna do the pit party here for a little bit, then we're gonna go right into stadium trucks here shortly. Jared's helping. Look at his hands. He took one for the team with the overspray. So these are the star stickers here that we're going to be putting on. There's 20 of them. I got the Math Magicianals. Took me a minute, but 2 on each fender, and then 16 on the hood. And then we're selling these online for charity for the First Responders Children's group there, and we're going to be writing names in here pretty soon and announcing those. Jessica's got the list, but it's going to take me a minute to get all these on, and then we'll be wrapped up with the car here. If you were ever curious, here's the aftermath of a burnout competition. They've been sweeping for hours, and they literally have this front end loader dumping it into a dump truck back there. But we definitely left our mark on Bristol. That's pretty cool that they let us do this. They got to come back in here and repaint and everything.
Bristol 1,000 drivers, 5 minutes. 5 minutes, drivers meeting. If you're driving,
as you heard, I'm headed to the drivers meeting right now, and then we're gonna go right into Stadium Super Trucks. This might be one of the better looking cars we've done. Wow. Starting to fill up. Getting ready for Stadium Trucks here shortly. Guys are hard at it. Down to the whistle here, working on these trucks. Here's a close-up of what they look like with all the body off, really tucked in there. Boy, these guys attack these things.
Sorry, whoever worked on this next. I can tell you this.
There goes Matt, Demolition Ranch. We got a gentleman's bet we've been talking about. I'm gonna take it easy on him. I'm gonna do big old red heart, VGG right here. I consider him a good friend, so I don't want to, we had a team meeting this morning. We had 39 ideas. We brought that down to 14, dropped it to 11, back up to 22, ended up with 4, but only 1 was all age appropriate. This is where we're at. And, it's good enough. Gets the point across. It was a lot of fun. We'll get this sprayed up quick. He went to look for some tapes. We're going to get it done quick before he gets back. There we go. I heart VGG, the correct direction, so all the awesome fans can watch and see. I love this guy. Wow, how do they see a phone that far? Oh, my truck. Oh, it's all right. It's okay. It's just superficial. I don't think we got into anything else. Reports are, I've got first gear, which is huge. I need that today. Especially since there's a track change. I don't think I'm going to be able to show you. I don't have enough time, but there's a chicane now in turn 4 over here. Left and right, and then back out onto the straight. Now they put a nice jump right in front of the crowd there, and they pulled one that was right here, slid it forward, and they removed the one down by the buses because everyone was coming off immediately on the brakes, and that's kind of what caused that bottleneck that I got caught up in the other day. So it tore up the trucks. I think we're trying to keep hoods on. No, these guys they're vicious out there. They're like dang old copperhead, you know what I mean? I'm gonna have to turn it up today if I'm gonna hang out with these guys and not be so scared to hurt the truck, I guess. It's just, it's not mine. That's what I'm saying. Anyway, I'm late. I gotta get suited up and in this thing. Here's the chicane coming around here, and here's our runoff, just concrete here. But they added this jump out here, which is kind of nice. We'll be coming around this corner, set it down, hit that jump, and then making that hairpin might be a little bit easier. And you might have brakes today.
Yeah,
So
that's what we're hoping for.
Yeah.
I met this one pretty good yesterday. I know, we're good friends, me and that one.
But you still had a really good view of the show.
Well, I didn't at first, then I reversed backwards so I could watch you guys really well.
Love it. People are filling in. What a show. We're getting ready to go about 30 minutes there. that time?
I think it was all pros basically ahead of you, so.
Yeah. I staved off what I could, and man, I tried going deeper into the brake zones to catch those guys. I was flat out everywhere else on the track, so it just shows their experience in the corners and stuff, because you know it's tough, especially under pressure. Of course, the last 5 laps, then I finally nailed this corner and I start pulling 3 wheels. But seat time is the only way to get better, you know. But I had a blast. It was a good experience. Just finished stadium trucks, I think. Maybe got 7 around there. Super happy with that. We improved on yesterday, and everybody in front of me is pretty much a beast and does this full time with the exception of Cletus. I think he won.
You have to grease this thing out to leave the room. I got some gel if you need it.
Well, that was a blast.
For sure. Let me tell you, next
of course, the last 5 laps is when I figured out I was getting it.
8 different
We
brands.
had to hurry up and jump in the car, belt in for qualifying for the Crown Vics here. And then right after qualifying, we're going to try to get these stars, all the people that donated. First responders, children's
Regardless, the Bristol 1000 is going down, and the talent is out here.
It's going to be awesome.
The conundrum too is with one as well. And there we are.
I'm going to start writing all the names on the car for everybody who has donated to the stars for charity.
He's talking about 99s, and he's talking about the Jets are going to put that quality out there. 69, nice. He's coming off 2 hot victories last night. Yeah, see how it sounds. It looks like they're just showing Derek from Bicycle Garage there, and then of course you've got Josh, and then he's competitive.
Well, most of the folks out here were spraying. I turned my bottle on, but I ended up not using it. The car is pushing really hard in the corners. Just got into the pits from qualifying. We're 21st out of 27 or 28. So we're starting in the back. We'll have to scratch our way forward, but qualifying doesn't really mean much out here. I think especially here, there's going to be a lot of cautions. I'm anticipating anyway. Guys just going to try to keep her clean, hang out in the back, and slowly work my way to the front.
We're seeing the red, white, and blue. This is because America you're going 3 wide from turn 1, turn 2. I do like that.
Sweating. I think I lost like 39.8 pounds in that car. Oof da me. But I found a really good jazz channel. It was like 96.9 or something like that. Anywho, I think I finished 4th unofficially. Nice clean race was my plan from the start. I wanted to start in the back, that's why I didn't use the nitrous in qualifying. And I'm glad because we didn't get tangled up. sounds like it was a pretty nasty wreck. So we're gonna go look at those cars in a second, but I want to show you the 1776 machine. That's some clean racing right there, boys. And I always try to be that way. I just keep it clean, have fun. That's for Mr. Robbie Gordon right there. That's a mirror, that's his mirror. Got a few bumps from the Hoonigan folks, not bad. And then this scratch is me kissing Robbie back. We were under caution, I just said hi back to him. Just kind of messing around with him, he's fun, but they'll have a nice clean spare or a backup to use over at the Freedom Factory. There towards the end, I did lose a tire. I had to overdrive this thing. The car was much slower. It's an 03 cable-driven throttle body. The rest are all the digitals and whatnot. So to try to keep up to the feel, I had to keep squirting the nitrous here and there, overdrive the thing, and then towards the end, I started just waving cars by because I knew they weren't on the lead lap. So if they want to go play and have fun, that's great, but I just waved those guys by. I didn't need to keep pace with them. I just keeping my eyes on the lead car. Since the field, there weren't that many cars out there. Picked up the pace a little bit after we came in, got a tire under caution, barely beat the old Dale truck out to stay on the lead lap, and then got back in. But really fun race. Let's go check out these cars. I hope everyone's okay.
You gonna take a picture?
Mr. Finnegan put a scratch in her a little bit. So it didn't really, you just all of a sudden car.
Yeah, it's the stopping that hurts. It's not the speeding at all. It's that end right there when you weren't expecting it.
I think Mike and I were pretty well next to each other, but I went high and you kind of stayed low. And
Was it you or Matt that I hit doors with?
it wasn't me then.
Okay, good. Because I would have needed to apologize to somebody because I hit doors with somebody.
Yeah.
Because like there were people out there, like as soon as the green dropped, I just didn't lift. And I was coming to the corner really hot because the car would take you. Like the car, absolutely, you did not have to lift if you didn't care about your tires.
Yeah.
And so I just kept running into people a little bit into the corner. And so when the wreck happened, I was wide open when it happened. And so as soon as I looked up, I was like, I got nothing. There's nothing.
Yep.
I'm done.
This is gonna hurt.
Boom.
We did a number, man. Sheared the body mounts right off this thing. Yikes.
Yes.
Thank God no one got hurt. This is just
like the
wow.
fact that nobody ended up in the ER is amazing. Because
again,
like, dude,
Crown Vics, they're pretty.
Like, look at that. Shout out to Ford.
Yeah.
That's still good. Crushing it out there in the truck.
Wow.
Dude, awesome.
Well, I'm glad you're okay, man.
Dude, I had fun. It's coming back.
So this is his backup car, not his original.
So his very first car broke on grid. So this was his.
Oh, okay.
He started the race in this car.
So this is Robbie's other car. I guess he got tied up in that as well.
That dash pad right there.
I think unfortunately Haley got turned up into the wall. I think she left right away. That's an alley. Oh my goodness. Oh. Yeah, I hope she's okay. Oh my word. That's... Was she moving?
Yeah, she was walking around during the race.
Thank goodness. This guy's car. Oh, the leopard seat. I think that's my old car. Oh, I like that car. That one's down. Larry didn't make it. He must have got wadded up. But hey, Ford, tough cars. They could take this kind of abuse. Well, that's going to do it for the legendary Bristol Motor Speedway, Stadium Super Trucks, and the Bristol 1000 and the Crown Vics. Had a blast. I hope you guys had a lot of fun watching. Thank you as always for the support. I really appreciate that. We'll see you next time.